Okay, hi you guys. Welcome back to pause. Hi you guys. Welcome back to Inner Thoughts with Keaira podcast. There we go. Woo. Okay, so happy New Year, you guys. This is my first video going into the new year. So today, before we start the video, I'm super excited to do this video. Before we start, let's introduce yourself. What's your name, Miss Mams?
Hello, I am Jay Trailer.
Yes, ma'am.
Guys.
So Miss J is the one that did my my birthday, my 20. I'm 29, so that was last year. So whenever I turned 28, yeah, that was last year. It was last year. Yeah. So last year, things didn't go as planned as I wanted them to go for my birthday, and my dad ended up telling me that he had somebody that could paint pictures for me, and so he connected. And she made our canvases in 8 hours. She provided the paint, the brushes. It was a vibe. It was real cute. You gotta check out the vlog. If you've seen the vlog, then you know what I'm talking about. But I don't know what episode I'm gonna do this or how I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna do a new series or just continue on with where we was at. But the topic today is gonna be navigating life's transformation phase without losing yourself. And so this topic is real touchy for me because this is where I'm currently at right now in my life currently. And so it's just like I picked Jay because I felt like she's in this transformational period in her life as well. Like seeing her go from making canvases in 8 hours and now she has it as like a full-on business. So it's really dope to see like black women, of course, like winning, doing what we're supposed to be doing, longevity, creating just things that could last forever, to where if she wasn't here today, she has a no, you're good. You know, she has a process of just being able to have her kids to have something to lean on, and it's really cool to see, and it's inspiring. So that's why I picked her for this video today. And so how do you feel today about doing this topic with me?
You're right on the money. It is where I'm currently at in life, so I am also very excited, and I am humbled that you chose me. So.
yes. And so where would you say that you're at right now with you going through your transformation right now? Like what's kicked off going through the transformation in the first place?
Ooh, I had no choice. Life was life, and it helped me turn something that was painful into something that was beautiful. I was comfortable, and so I had to learn how to be uncomfortable. So that kick-started my transformation journey. Okay. So like whenever you say you have to be uncomfortable, like what were some things that you realized that you needed to break from, to where you were able to even understand that it was something that you was uncomfortable in? The first thing was realizing that I was not in control. I fought against what I thought was supposed to be my life.
Yeah.
And so when life dealt me what it did, I was fighting against that because I wanted that.
Exactly.
And life was like, no, that's not for you.
Exactly.
It was uncomfortable.
Because I feel that, because being 29 now, it's like realizing, like, you know, sometimes you talk to your friends and you be like, what do you envision yourself to be in 10 years from now, 20 years from now? And it's like we have like this painted canvas that's so like perfect and detailed, and we feel like in life we have to go by that, because if we don't, then we failed or we didn't succeed, or then nothing else is going to happen right if it doesn't happen just like that. Like, because what's happening right now, that don't look like, that's not what I planned, that's not what I said was going to happen, like that's not what I envisioned.
Asking you that question when you're 2, 3, 4 years old, what are you going to be when you grow up? And so you feel like you have to be.
Yeah. That's why I really love now how people are really passionate about just investing in their kids whenever they say things now, versus being like, oh oh, that you'll be there one day. And it's just like, instead of saying one day, they actually create something that turns into a business for them, longevity as they get older, like making bows or just lemonade, selling lemonade. And then now their lemonade is good, so now they have a whole business of an actual lemonade line, or music, dancing, just whatever, acting. Exactly, like it just allowing kids to just really explore life for real, versus limiting them or feeling like you have to be in a box. Because I feel like that's what caused me to be where I'm at right now, because for so long I felt like I had to be in this like box. It had to look a certain kind of way, because then if it didn't look that way, then now I'm afraid what others think or how others are gonna then now I feel embarrassed or little, or feel like, oh, I don't have enough since they got that. Then what am I doing? Like, I gotta hurry up. You try to rush yourself to something that you haven't even learned of what it is. And it's just like, what are you competing for? Like, they're at their journey, you're at your journey, but just because they're look like they're at the finish line, it doesn't always mean that they're at the finish line. So why rush yourself to get to somewhere that you may not even understand of where you're trying to even get to? You just trying to, it just what it looks like. That's what you're trying to get, of what the vision of it, of what you see, not what you actually feel, or if it actually is aligned to you, or does it make you happy. Yes, alignment. Yeah, that's why I'm real big on my chakras, because it's just like, people don't understand you have to be grounded. If you're not grounded or rooted within it, if you didn't create it or had that vision, like you woke up one day, sometimes you sleep and you got to write down stuff, like, because you just never know. Because then if you go and envy someone else or see someone else, then you create your life based off of what you see out of somebody, versus being inspired by it, or, you know, or just being like, oh, that makes me want to push to be better, you know? So it's just like, I just feel like it's all in where you want to be within your transformation. So it's like, I was tired of it being ugly. Yes, I was tired of it looking like just a cloud every day. Just feel like I was always being rained on, or feel like life is always gonna be like this. And it's just like, no, it's not. Like, it's a choice, it's a mindset. So it's like, what are you gonna change? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, and that's what I think is really big, or I would say for me in my journey, was having that conversation with self. You know, I think that's the hardest conversation to have, and we typically avoid having that conversation with self. So once you're bold enough to have that conversation with yourself and like, hey, this is where I'm at, and like, I don't like this, and what do I need to do to change? I think it's first and foremost in transformation, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we already started off with what it feels like, basically, for us. And so the principles for staying grounded, like, what would you say is something that you would give somebody through what you learned through your journey, on what is the important thing to stay grounded through the transformation? Because you have distractions along the way.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I'd say whenever I first decided to make this like an actual business, like this is something, it was because the art gave me something first and foremost. And so in having that conversation with myself first, you know, I decided that I wanted this art to be bigger than just art. Like, I wanted it to be something that people could actually be provided with, like, self-care in it. And so that caused for me to really be like, okay, well, you know, if this is what you want it to look like, you have to build that plan around it. And so I would say in building the plan, I got discouraged. Like, you know, and I'm going to bring up our story. Right? You hit me up and was like, hey, you know, can I get this done? And I'm like, sure, I got you. And you're like, well, wait, I need this by the morning. Yeah. And I'm like, morning? Okay, I can do it. And I said it confidently, but in my head, I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm going to do this. But it got done. And after giving you the gift and then seeing your video and just experiencing that, the thing that came to my mind was trusting the process. Mm-hmm. And so now I am really big on trusting the process. Anytime that I get doubtful, anytime that there's like hesitation or a pause, I said, thank you, God.
Yeah.
That's my first, I think it's what Job, you know, that was really big during my journeys, reading that and just realizing like a lot of the trials and tribulations are brought to us on purpose. They are to test us. They are to mold us, to build us. And so in trusting the process, even when it gets hard, I kept going.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's just like, one thing that I learned, it's like you have to understand that fear never goes away. But you have to know how to work through fear, how to walk through the fear, how to like overcome it. Because it's just like a lot of times we be like, man, if I go apply for this or if I go apply for that, I'm gonna get denied, or or I'm not gonna be able to. I ain't gonna be able to get on that ride, girl. I may have lost 10 pounds, but I don't know. You know, like you doubt yourself, like you put yourself like down, like you just tend to immediately, the world makes us think negative, because that's what they put in the world is negativity. It's like it's impossible to manifest great things within your life. Like it's so hard to achieve is how the world makes it seem. But it's so easy, but it's a hard process, but it's easy to manifest the things that you want in your life. It's just all about the mindset behind it.
For sure.
Yeah.
First and foremost,
mindset. Yeah, because it's not gonna be easy. If you want it to be easy, it's not gonna last. I've always embedded that in me. Keaira, if this happened quickly, just know it's going to disappear just as quickly. Just as quickly as it came is just as quickly as it's going to go. So it's just like appreciate the process, appreciate the learning process, appreciate like what are you learning throughout this process, like why are you even going through this process, because sometimes we have to understand we place some obstacles in front of us. Like we sometimes put ourselves right in front of it knowing that we shouldn't, but just because that may feel, sometimes it may feel familiar or it may feel more comfortable because that's the right way of how you've always done it in your mind. So doing it the actual right way, it feels like, wait, hold on, like, but yeah, so it's just like you just realize that obstacles come because God wants to make sure that you really want it.
That was well put.
Yeah.
I love that.
Do you really want it? Because we talked about it.
You're going to give up.
Yeah.
You're going to back down.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm never going to give up on you. Yeah. But you have to understand that you're allowing yourself to be defeated. Because I've always told you that you got it. I've already told you that that's yours. This is already a line for you. This was already written. But you have to believe that. So in order for you to believe it, you got to learn how to walk through the uncomfortableness. You got to let go of things that don't fit no more. Who cares if they was ride or dies or if they got it out the mud with you? I don't care. You're changing. They're not. And it doesn't mean that you're better than them. You just on different paths, and that's okay. Alignment. And it's just like your environment, the people around you, he starts off with that, and I didn't realize that. Like that's where he starts off at. I thought he started off he just gave it to you, and then you removed everybody. You gotta remove everything, like from family, friends. It don't matter, because at first I thought it was just friends or just strangers or just knowing whenever somebody bad is approaching me, to learn how to have discernment, learn how to build that within myself to know no thank you. Yeah. Like no need to be rude, just no thank you, I'm good. I appreciate the offer, like I could feel in my spirit that ain't it. That ain't the right way, so it's just like that could be really tough. Like I call it like a butterfly. You're in the cocoon and you're processing of how to blossom into having these wings and become a butterfly. First you was just a little worm looking thing, and then you turn into this beautiful creature. So it's just like insect. So it's just a process. It's just all a process. But yeah.
Yeah, you definitely gotta I think you had said something in there, and it really made me think about another thing that that's helped me stay grounded. So trust the process. You can probably come back to it because I forgot, but it's gonna
come back. Okay, yeah, because trusting the process, and then also I really like whenever you always say coming back to yourself, like reflecting on you, like you always have to continue with making sure you're okay before you go pointing out what somebody else isn't doing.
Oh, that's what it was. It was so another saying that I say is what's meant for me is mine.
Exactly, yeah.
So whenever those things that didn't come through falls through, it wasn't meant.
Exactly.
And it helps me to keep pushing for sure. But yeah, definitely that conversation with yourself is first and foremost. And also too, like whenever you are transforming, you got to know what you're transforming into.
Yeah, this is true.
You know what I mean? So like really envisioning what does that version of you look like. You know?
Yeah. I had to, sometimes you have to dig deep because it's rooted. It goes back into it's generational. And I learned that. Generational things, like I learned that a lot of women in our family are strong. But
is strong necessarily the best thing that
we strong, but then we don't communicate when we not okay until it's too late. Or until it's the very last minute, or until somebody else sees it, and then now you don't know what to say because everybody can see it, because everybody asking you questions like what's going on, like, you know.
So acknowledging it is one thing. So it's like, do you put things in place, or what does that look like for you?
Like, what do you mean?
So like now that you know that, right? Like okay, like men, women in my family, we can be strong, you know.
Yeah.
And so in situations where doesn't necessarily call you to be strong, and you know maybe do you ever call yourself out on it, I guess I say, or what do you do when you acknowledge like, hey, I might be being too strong in this situation?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because part of that transformation, that change, right? So it's like, if I know that this is what does that look like? But yeah.
Probably mostly whenever it comes down to help. Asking for help, for sure. And recently I've been catching myself on it and really like checking myself, because it's just like at the end of the day, if you have it, allow yourself to use it. It's not you misusing it. It's not you being irresponsible or you being all these negative things that I think of in my head. If I ask for help, it's just like, why is she asking for help? What are you doing? How are you doing this? Are you doing this right? Oh, you must be just throwing your money up in the air. And in all reality, it's like, no, maybe I just don't know how to prioritize it. Maybe I don't know how to organize it. Maybe I don't know how to distribute it whenever it does look big. And then whenever it look big, I just do willy-nilly things, you know? So it's like, I never really necessarily had like a full breakdown of finances, you know what I mean? So it's like asking for help in that area makes me feel uncomfortable, because at one point I ain't never had to do that. I had 2 jobs. Keaira was straight. Yeah, I was straight. Like I was just throwing money, just whatever. Like I was living my best life, but not realizing, now looking back on it, I look at my closet and everybody be like, oh my gosh, you have so many clothes and so many shoes. And then it be hitting me and I'm like, girl, if only you knew. Like I wish sometimes I didn't have all this stuff, like, and later on built it up. But it is what it is. I did what I did. Now I learn. Now I know whenever God gives me the opportunity to start having money in my hand that's tangible like that, I know how to handle it now. I know what to do. Like I know that now it's okay to ask for help until I get there, but it's all about, are you asking for help to enable yourself, or are you asking for help to actually do something different?
Yeah,
so it was one of those things
with all that negative talk that you give me.
Yeah. So once I realized like dang, like we are really strong and we do get things done. Like don't get me wrong, like we get things done. We make sure things are handled, but it's just like sometimes we deplete ourselves just by feeling like we have to do it on our own, or we have to do it by ourselves. And it's like God gives us this our tribe, our people for a reason. And we have to learn how to really lean on that and not feel like we're overbearing or putting too much on them, or they can't handle that. And it's like, who are you to tell them that they can't handle it? Give it to them first, and then they can tell you if they can handle it or not. Like, don't rob yourself of something that I'm blessing you with that helps you along that transformation, because that helps you have a peace of mind. Like, having good friends, having especially good friends, like, for sure, like, it's so important to have. Shout out to Shanice, because man, it's just like, it's just some things that you never even knew, like, that you needed. Like, I could tell her anything. When I say anything, like, I'm stripped naked, okay? She sees me, she knows Keaira. And it's like one of those things where it can be scary, because at one point through my journey, I couldn't trust people. Yeah. So through that transformation, I was a little confused on who to trust, who is a real friend, who not a real friend. Like, how do I differentiate this, God? Because Lord help me.
And you know what just came to my mind right now, or just thinking about it? I think as humans, we have it even better than butterflies, because they only get to transform once. We are consistently transforming.
Yeah, this is true.
We're definitely always turning into different versions of ourselves. Mm-hmm. Like, that's like what's really beautiful, and the fact that, like, some people are so stuck in their ways. It's kind of sad.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
The opportunity to be all these different versions of you know. So yeah, enjoy it, and that's another thing. Enjoy your different transformations of, like, yourself, you know? So
yeah, like, understanding, like, just because you may have been that type of person doesn't mean that defines of who you are going through that transformation. It's just like, it's like a shedding. It's like a what is it called? A phoenix.
Show not the same 18-year-old. Shout out to 18-year-old me, 19-year-old me.
Yeah. Yeah. So
definitely involved.
Yeah. So it's just like, you can't. You did what you did, and it's like, now you know better, and that's all that matters. And it's not about, you did that. And it's like, if anybody ever make you feel less than of yourself, it's because they don't know how to even appreciate what they did in their life. Yeah, like, they haven't reflected in the mirror or self-reflected.
That has been the most. So, and I'm just now. That's where I'm currently at. A year later, from, you know, where you met me at, is realizing or recognizing, like, who cares?
Yes, facts.
Who cares? I think I was very not think I know. I shut up. I get somewhere and I get quiet. I mean, and a lot of it was just in hesitation of what other people would think, or, you know, and just muffled me for a very long time. And so, like, now coming into that part of myself this year, that has been so liberating, having honest, genuine conversations with people, not trying to people please, not trying to
facts,
you know, but just, like, really being genuinely myself.
Yeah.
And that version of myself, like, that's what I'm excited for this 2026, is, like, really understanding what I like, what I don't like, being able to teach people what I like, what I don't exactly
like. Without feeling like you hurting their feelings, or if they do get offended, then you feel like, oh, well, maybe that's not okay to put that. And it's like, no, your boundary is your boundary. Like, whatever fits for you is what fits for you. And if somebody feels uncomfortable or doesn't like it, they don't belong.
And that's that piece that you were talking about when you say, you know, God will remove places, spaces, people, you know, that's not in alignment, and you'll genuinely, you'll see it. You won't have to do it.
Oh yeah, facts.
Themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Things will change themselves throughout your process. So this is a really, really beautiful conversation. I'm happy that we're talking about this, because it's making me really, like, when I get home, like, okay, there's some things that we need to go back to the table.
Yes, me too. Facts, because it's like, I've been scared to talk about this topic. Not gonna lie, because it's just like, whenever I talk about topics, I've already went through it.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm at a place where I'm talking through what I've learned. Right now, I'm literally in the transformation. It hasn't fully completed yet, but I'm going through it right now, and it's been rough. Some days it's been great. Some days I feel like I'm gonna break, and I'm just gonna I can't do it no more. And then But it's like I've been noticing, I used to make them the whole day. Now I'll make it maybe like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I know where my mind is on something else. Like I'm doing something productive. I'm moving my body. Like
it don't have you stuck.
Exactly. Yeah. But I've noticed it's because I'm moving, not because I'm sitting in what all the things that are not there, that are bad, that are if a bill is late, or if I gotta go to this job, or my mama just made me upset today. I didn't like how she communicated. I didn't like how she said those words to me. Or how do I process this? Now I'm a little emotional. Now I'm a little off, Okay, I'm trying to navigate the relationship, understanding that relationships aren't always going to be perfect. There's going to be things within the relationship, but it's all within, okay, how do we work through this? So then I'm trying to navigate that. Okay, finances. Oh, I just paid this bill and now I'm just sitting there after I paid all these bills. Now I'm like, oh shit. Okay, like
I know exactly what you're saying. I am the biggest crybaby, so I'm gonna try to say this without even crying. I feel it coming in
me too.
But I would say that I'm smiling and we're talking about, but it does get hard. You know what I mean? Like that's that uncomfortable. You don't want to let some people go. You don't want to let some things go. You know what I mean? But you genuinely got to ask yourself, what is it that you want and where do you want to be?
Exactly.
Those things on, sometimes they just got to go.
Yeah.
And it's hard because I'm thinking about people right now that's not right here with me. It's not to say that I didn't want them to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But it's just like, you got to keep pushing. And at the end of the day, like that best version of yourself is gonna circum all the things that you lost. But it is hard.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard.
Yeah, it's real hard. It's been, because it's like I've been going through the unknown of feeling like things are gonna go bad, but realizing that I'm in a process of receiving my good karma.
Yeah, for sure.
But being afraid of the good karma because I'm so used to the bad karma because of my bad decisions, not because I was receiving bad karma because I deserved it. No, I was putting myself in situations that I may not even understood that I was putting myself in, or may not even understood like that's not okay to do. Certain things I may have seen and feel like it was okay, so I accepted certain things. So it was just like a learning process and giving myself grace and just being really gentle with myself, because I'm my biggest critic. Like other people be like, oh well, this person said this to me, and they be crying. I'm like, I don't care about what that person said. I'm mad that what I just said to myself, because what I said to myself, boy, if only you knew, you would probably be like, dang, Keaira, can you chill? Like, are you okay? Are you cool? Like, that's not okay. Like, don't say that to yourself. Like, but it's just like, I don't understand why I'm doing it, so I'm mad at myself. Why you keep doing this? Like, what is wrong with you? Or so going to therapy, it did help me like be able to navigate it and understand it, and realize like there's nothing wrong with me. I just thought some things were okay, that based off of childhood or just based off of friendships or how certain people chose to treat me, because I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a very lovable person, and so I would give my all. I'll give you the last dime, and you didn't even know it was the last dime, because I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, and I paid for this and I didn't even have it. No, you'll never even know. So it was just, I never understood like, how can somebody do the opposite of what God created me to be? So I used to be mad that I had a big heart. So I used to try to do what other people did. Let me try to be mean, because obviously it works for them. So let me see if it's gonna work for me, And it was just like, now I'm at a process where I don't react no more now. Now I just stay quiet. Now I just sit in it. Now I just become uncomfortable.
But you found a way, not necessarily having to follow what others do,
exactly,
like
how it best fit for me, because it was just like, if you keep doing this and if you keep reacting, if you keep getting angry or keep getting mad, it's only depleting yourself. So it's just like you're not winning. Like in my mind, I thought I was winning the battle since I did my big one. I hurt you since you thought you punched me. I stabbed you in the gut, probably sliced your leg in the back, and now you're dead. You know, I be quick with it. Yeah, every time, because I feel like I'm being attacked, or if I feel like I'm being backed up in a corner, I have to defend myself, because it's like I'm little. Ever since, even in high school, people just felt like since I'm little, then they can just do whatever, say whatever, and it's like, no, I'm not that girl. That's not who I am. I'm not gonna fight you, but I'm also not gonna let you just hit me either. So it's just like, it's just one of those things where I had to understand the importance of just being quiet. My dad used to always tell me that I should learn how to just be quiet and just listen. But I used to get mad. I felt like, what you mean be quiet? You be quiet. You ain't listening, so why should I listen? You know, so it was just one of those things where I had to grow up to understand now, oh, silence is really beautiful. Like, I can even process my own thoughts, because sometimes I'm so emotional that I'm not even regulating of why I'm even emotional, that I done lost the whole dang conversation. Now I don't even know why we was mad.
No, I was just gonna say that, like, in transform, like, that you have to sit with yourself.
Yes, and that's where I'm at right now, learning how to really sit with myself and just make my own decisions before I go call somebody now. Like, that's the process I'm in. And then whenever I make my own decision, then I sit there and I be like, okay, Lord, all right, can you help me just do like what I need to do? Can go wash the dishes, okay? Go clean up the room, like take the dogs outside, like get your mind off of it, because if you sit in it, you're gonna be like, well, did I make the right decision? Should I have did it differently? Should I have did it the other way? Yeah, then I'll start spiraling. So then I become overwhelmed because I'm walking into the unknown of doing something the right way versus reacting and getting the reaction back. It's like I'm silent and I have to wait for the response. Or even if I do get one, sometimes I may not, but then that helps me detach emotionally from all situations by handling it like that. So then that's when I'm like, oh, okay. That's whenever he said, okay, that's enough. Now I need you to leave that person alone. Now I need you to go over here. At first, I'd be trying to dig. What you mean, leave that person alone? Like, nah, I need to figure this out. But now I'm like, oh, sitting in the silence of it, you realize, like, their doing has nothing to do with you. They just going through whatever they going through. So now I need you to continue going through what you're going through. I know it's going to be hard to detach. I know it's going to be hard to have to let go of the person, the memories, all of those things. But take those memories and make new ones, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, I think that even just not even for like, your significant other, but just
relationships in general. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was this individual, and I was reaching out to her for like a year straight, trying to get a hold of her, and I don't know. I don't even remember what made me stop reaching out to her. I think it just was maybe like, oh, okay, like life just started picking up or whatever, and she sent me Happy New Year's text message this year. Random, right? And I sat back on this and I was like, I tried to get a hold of this lady for a whole year. I had to literally detach that emotion, like, that's not going to happen, whatever. But then I had realized that the Lord was basically telling me, like, I'm not ready for you in that situation to happen yet. Right? Like, you want it, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not ready for that connection.
Exactly.
And so, her circling back now, the reason why I can say that is because I'm actively doing the things that needed to be done for me to even connect with her. In the beginning, it was just a thought, and it was just like, oh, I want to connect with her. But like, no, I was actively doing these things, and Laura's like, okay, now let me let y'all connect. So I think even when it comes to him removing people out of your lives, you know what I mean? They may not be gone forever. It could be just a season. It might not just be right now. He may need you to handle some things for yourself, and he might need them to take care of some things for them. You know, because y'all both going through your transition.
Exactly.
Or, whoever. But so I say that to say, like, don't be too hard on the things that he takes away and removes, and you know what I mean, because it might not be forever.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah, because there are some. Now I'm learning. Like, I learned the process of the ones he removed that can never come back. You know, they could never, like, ever, like, not even ever, like, they can't do it, because it's just like they didn't appreciate you, or who you were, the person, not even the material things, but just like the love, the loyalty, the care, the energy, like all of those. I'm a very peaceful person, so it's just like I'm an earth angel, and yeah, like I'm an earth angel, and I'm a lot of people don't understand those terms, but it's just like an earth angel is somebody that comes from the spirit world, that comes to earth, that helps people in actual vessels, versus archangels, they help people, just they pop up wherever. Sometimes you may just talk to a random person, didn't even know it was an angel, and then you'll never see that person ever again.
I saw divine time.
Yeah,
I talk to any and everybody. You just never know.
Yeah, you never know. So it's just like, I'm here because I love to help people, but I also have to learn that just because I love to help people, not all people love to help people. So I have to understand the yin and the yang, the dark and the light, and understand why it's a balance, and why God wants both to coexist. Because it's like, why not just get rid of the darkness? And he was like, well, then you won't even understand of how to be in the light. So
those are those lessons.
Yeah, yes. So you have to have both throughout your whole journey of life. But it's just, you transition, you just go through different lessons. It's just like it was like at first you think that you're just going to keep going through the same thing, and you're in this inner loop, but that's only because you're caught up in society. That's why you're in that inner loop. But once you break free and figure out what's your purpose, why are you here, like ask those questions, those why questions that some people be afraid to even ask, because people are told to not question, don't question God, or
not to even talk to yourself.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Because talking to me, I'm talking to God, because he's the one who created me. And a lot of people don't understand it, because I say stuff like that, where I'll be like, I just had a conversation with myself, and I really, like, I worked through it, and I solved through it. And I was like, my higher self. And they're like, your higher self? I'm like, yeah, like my higher self. Like, my higher self is the person that I want to become. And they help me navigate through the vibrational person that I am right now to get to that higher vibration. Because I may just be right here in the root, but I need to be at my crown. And so my higher self is at the top of my crown. So it's just understanding how to get to those levels, to where, as you understand each one, that's how you're able to become aligned. At first it was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go put my feet outside, and it's like, no, like, and be intentional about it. Like, if you're gonna hug a tree, be intentional about hugging that tree, you know. Like, it's just those little things. Just even with dogs, like, that's a grounded thing. They help keep you very grounded. It's just like nurturing on them, loving on them loving on you, like different things that you never realize of the center of it all, because you worry so much about other things that it distracts you from realizing, like, that's why you have to really sit with self, because people are afraid to sit with themselves. It's not an easy
process before you can even change the narrative out.
Because you're trying to get to the root of it all. You're trying to even understand it in the first place. Like, what is it? Like, what are you even wanting to transform to become? Like, so that's when you said, like, you transform consistently. It's not just like a one-time thing. Like, we can do it all the time, every day, but it's, do you want to do that?
You want to do that?
Yeah.
When I think about my life, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been a lot of different things. Like, and at first I thought, because I'm thinking like society, right? I'm thinking like, girl, you all over the place. But then when I think in a more grounded spiritual, it's like, no, I've been everywhere that I needed to be in all those different spaces and places and times.
Help you become who you are today.
For sure.
Yeah.
Everything goes back to where I used to be. Like, it all contributes to where I'm at right now. Yeah,
it always comes back a full circle, even in the moments where we don't want it to, or we try to fight against it. When you try to fight against the transformation and you feel like you don't need to go through that. You learned it. I learned that. I've been through it. you gave me that one person and that was enough. And he was like, nah, because you still them inner thoughts. You think that I don't, just because you're not speaking it out loud. I feel it. I hear you and your thoughts. You still not all the way healed on that yet. You may think you are fully healed. And then sometimes, like, I learned that I'll think that I overcame something, and then he'll bring somebody in my life, and I'll be like, dang, I'm still a little weak there. I'm still a little weak there. Like,
that is so true.
And then being okay with being weak there and not like beating yourself up, because sometimes you feel like, well, dang, I already went through this. Why are you going through this again? And you start trying to be hard on yourself, and it's like, no, like, it's a process. Like, it takes time.
I think that transformation is not necessarily about changing who you are, but necessarily like understanding.
Yes.
Who you are,
yes.
And where you want to be.
Yes.
Because you are absolutely right. Like, God will be like, okay, let me. I sent you that lesson, and you figured it out. I think. Let me test you again.
Yes, exactly.
And it's like, damn, Lord, I failed. But we're going to circle back because I know who I am, right? And I know where I want to be. So I'm not going to beat myself up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But what I am going to do is just try a little harder.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all within the effort. Self-awareness. That's something I talked to one of my my other really close friend, Keaira, about. We were talking about, I was like, yes, you may feel this way. Or you may have realized, like, oh, sometimes like we were talking, I was telling her, like, I would get angry. Like, I would just get mad instantly. And I was like, and now I catch myself. I was like, sometimes I may slip up. Sometimes I may still have my moments. Don't get me wrong, because I'm not perfect. But I was like, but it's all about the fact that you were self-aware and you caught yourself.
Yes.
And it's just like, the more you catch yourself, you realize that it's no longer even anything that you even have to catch yourself on. So it's just like, yes, it's like you say, it's not about changing who you are. It's just understanding yourself. So it's just like, you understand, okay, I have a bad attitude. Okay, what can your day look like to help you like deliver differently to people on a day-to-day basis? Because that's an excuse. Okay, yeah, you have a bad attitude.
You got some people that don't give a dang about having that bad
yes
attitude, right? So it's like, if you're intentional and you really want to just have some change about it,
you'll have that change within your life. But then those people that choose that, like you said, like, it's really sad, because it's just like they're going through something really, like, sometimes it could be way deeper than what meets the eye, like with some people, and you never know what caused them to even get there in the first place, you know? So I try to be that's why I do what I do and be transparent, because it's just like, even with the job that I work at Miller Mortgage and talking to people all day, it's like, they help me see too that life could be real ugly, and it'd be the most craziest things that you'll never think of that people are going through in life right now, and it's struggling, and it's just like, man, okay, maybe I need to reevaluate how I look at things a little bit. Like, yeah, I'm paying a bill, but at least I'm able to pay the bill. At least I can say that I paid the bill, you know? Like, some people is calling and they can't even do that, you know? And it's just like, and they stay angry. Like, some of them stay angry, and they, you know, they try to find someone to blame for it. So it's just like, I try to be gentle with those kind of people, cause it's just like, one day I just always pray that I'm able to help those kind of people, because I feel like I'm real good with those kind of people that are real stubborn in their ways, because I'm a type of person that used to be very stubborn in my ways, and if I say that that's what I want, I'm gonna just do it. Like, now I actually process it. I think about it first before I do it. Like, okay, yeah, that don't seem like a bright idea, Keaira. Like, let's not do that today. Like,
yeah, I think my social work journey is what I needed to help me understand that, you know, because I look at everybody like, you never know who raised them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because, or what that journey of life look like to them. You know what I mean? A lot of the times we are products of just our experiences and the things that we've been through, and so that has allowed for me to, like you said, go into situations more humble when I'm dealing with people and interacting with them, but also understanding like, because again, in your journey, you gotta interact with people. You gotta deal with it. And so, like, not letting people change me and who I am.
Exactly.
And the work that I'm putting in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you definitely have to just hold true to that mindset. But then I think you also become a role model for people. You know what I mean? Like when you become, I ain't gonna say unbothered, but like when you learn how to move with a certain
confidence,
yeah, you know, and other people, they tend to kind of, in my experience, like I've had some people that were like high up here, but then when they get around me and they see like I'm like it's not, then they lower and they bring their vibration down to where I'm at. And so I say really knowing yourself, you know, you can also help others.
Yeah, true. Like helping people stay a little bit more grounded as well within their own selves, because it's just like by you knowing who you are, that's whenever it always comes down to that. Like through your transformation is understanding who you are. So once you know who you are, no one can make you feel anything but God, honestly and truthfully. Like I learned that the hard way. It's like I allowed some people to put fear in me that didn't even deserve to even put fear in me.
They scared.
Exactly. Like they're terrified of me. Like whole time, like I'm the one that is a little bit like intimidating. Like, and I had to understand that being intimidating is not a bad thing. Like going to therapy, I was like, Miss Essence, what you mean I'm intimidating? She was like, Keaira, like you have a job, like you have your own car, like you don't need nobody. Like you take care of yourself. Like stuff like that can be intimidating. Like, so it was like, oh, okay, I didn't think of it like that, because in my eyes that's normal. You know, like I said, as women we're very strong. We make sure that we straight. So it's like I didn't know that was like a thing, like a let me not talk to her, or even like with me being such a light and me being an earth angel, I attract all.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't just attract light, I attract darkness too. I attract manipulators, gaslighters. But I had to learn how to navigate through those people and understand who they are. So whenever those type of people do approach me, whenever I do become big, or whenever my YouTube is so huge where there's people calling me trying to figure out when the next time they can come on here to sit in the chair next to me, you know, like those different type of things, it helps me not only stay humbled and stay true to Keaira, but it also helps me know how to say no to certain people that I may be like, but Keaira, that would get you a lot of views, but God said no. Like, you know, and being okay and having that discernment and not feeling like, oh well, man, if I would have did that video, then maybe this would have been better, or maybe this views would have been better for this year, or if I would have just took that chance. And it was just like, no, because it could have pulled you back.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Like, so again, what's meant for you is
it's always exactly. Yeah. So it's like knowing who you are helps you understand of knowing who other people are, because it's just like you easily can just see somebody without them even saying anything to you. Yeah, you already know what their intentions are, because sometimes it's like you may think you're small, like in your instance, like you may feel like, oh, I'm just starting off my small business, but to somebody else, they're intimidated that probably got thousands of whatever in the bank account and looking at you like, well, I wish I would have did that, look like her, or like
I had that experience. And I'll tell you this, I had the experience with you when you reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to do this? I was like, who, me? Little old me? You know what I mean? Okay, I'll do it. But yeah, you know, but like also holding space for yourself. Like you are awesome, you're amazing. Like why not you?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at in my journey.
Okay.
Like why not me? But like I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of times I think we doubt ourselves.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I'm sorry, I got a little anxious when you said that.
No, you're fine.
Like, no, that has been my year. Like, I reached out to someone else and I was like, hey, I've really been wanting to connect with you. And she's like, girl, I've been wanting to connect with you. And I'm like, me?
Yes.
But then I just keep, like, why do I keep saying, who, me? Like, I'm not anyone. Like, I'm not someone.
But you are. Yeah, you're Jay.
Yeah.
Period.
And is.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, standing on that. So that confidence journey is big in my transformation right now.
Yeah, I'm happy that you're going through that, because transformation is important. Because it's just like, people, like they worry so much about, I don't want to change who I am. I am who I am. No, it's so beautiful. It's like you become a better you, and it's like you don't even necessarily even change necessarily. You change your mindset, you change your ways, you change of how you do things, how you move, where you go, all of those different type of things. It just helps your life better.
For sure. I think being stuck in your ways kind of enables you a lot. I'd say for me, personally, I just share a little bit. So growing up, or like as a child, I feel like I was taught to be quiet. Like, be quiet. And so now as an adult, I'm like, and I want to talk.
Yeah.
Right? I want to get what's off my chest. Also just learning how to accept help. I'm very hyper independent. I grew up and was taught, you were born by yourself, you're gonna die by yourself. So you have got to take care of yourself. And so I look at other people when they say they want to do stuff to me weird. Like, what do you want? What do you
exactly
want in return?
Exactly.
I'm very transactional in that manner. And so realizing, like, there's people a part of your journey who don't really necessarily want
anything. Exactly.
to support and to love you.
See you win.
You know. And so that is something that I'm like, oh my gosh. I had a man, shout out Jimmy. He's the owner of a restaurant, and he just randomly was giving me a basket at Walmart. And I was like, oh, it's okay. And he's like, you don't want to take a basket? And I'm like, oh, well, I was going to go and get one. And he was like, well, the Lord is telling me right now that you've sown so many seeds. Shout out to this man. He did not even know me. This is all in 5 minutes of meeting me. And he said, but the Lord is telling me you have a problem with accepting. He said, you've given. I don't even know you, and I know you've given a lot. It's time for you to reap the harvest. And so I did not understand that. When that man told me that, I left kind of like, he don't even know me. But a year later, 2 years, no, it's been about 2 years later. 2 years later, I now understand what that man did. You know, it's okay to be strong, and it's okay to receive.
Exactly.
And so that during this transformation process, that has been the most uncomfortable part, is like letting people help me. Letting people help me. And so, I'm working on it. That's my goal, 2026. But I could say that it feels good, though. I'm not gonna lie, it feels good working on myself, or knowing like, I want to change this. Like, I mean, I'm cool with who I am, but this part right here, I could do some tweaking, and I feel like I'd be even more strong, even more powerful.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's beautiful. Like, it's so cool to see yourself go through different transformations. Like, for me, for sure, it's like, I ain't never thought that I was able to be quiet. I'm so serious. I thought that I was gonna always, to the day I die, have a point to prove and get the last word. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, now I'm finally at a place now in life where I understand that it's okay. It doesn't make me feel, it's not belittling myself or making myself feel small, or I'm not defending myself by being quiet. If anything, I am defending myself. I am protecting. Exactly. It's a protective thing too, because it's like, other people telling themselves whenever you're quiet. So it's just like, people talk too much. You realize that people talk more than you even talk.
You want to be quiet and I want to talk.
Yeah. So it's just like, I'm realizing like, there's so many things that you could hear whenever you're sitting in that silence and just hearing what's really going on around you, to where you can navigate through it. So that's been like something real big that I've been really enjoying. Yeah. And so, before we end it, I'm going to pull a card. It's one of my chakra cards, my wisdom cards.
Wisdom card, pull.
Okay, so this one that was already flipped over, so we just gonna go with this one. This is the second chakra, so it's your sacral chakra. Okay. So it's this right here.
Okay.
So I am a mentor, not a rescuer. Okay, so this is correlating. Okay, so it says, so I am a mentor, not a rescuer. Okay, let that manifest. All right. So I avoid continually sacrificing my own happiness for others by rescuing and enabling them, as doing this may hinder personal growth for both of us. I choose not to be mantra. I am a mentor, not a rescuer. I do not assume that everyone wants my opinions and solutions to their life challenges. And if I am in doubt, I will ask them. I take responsibility for my own happiness. Beautiful. Yeah, I love that. I think I'm gonna just keep that one. I just like that one because.
Yeah, personally, I relate to that one when started social work school. Mm-hmm. So it's like you think you're a social worker, you're supposed to come in and save all these people, and it's like, ma'am, you are not Superwoman. That is not the goal.
Yeah,
it's to be there to stand in the gap, even if it's just to be there.
Exactly.
But support.
Yeah, just power. Yeah, exactly.
Not to save.
Yeah, save them or change them or make them look in the way of how you feel that they should look. It's just like, just let people be people and just be there. Sometimes just be a wall.
and I think we were talking before we came on, but you were mentioning like somebody else going through their journey and them having to go through it.
Yeah.
To be that better version of themselves.
yeah, because it was just like, I'm a fixer. I used to be a fixer. Let's correct my terms. I used to be a fixer. And I used to try to like, I could see the potential in people. So, like, when
that's all you see is potential. Yeah.
And I would help mold them to get there. I wouldn't allow them to figure out the potential that they had and then they chose to help to get there. I would tell them, oh, let's do this. Whole time they don't really want to do it, but they doing it because they say, okay, I mean, if it sounds good, okay, cool, let's try it. But in their spirit, they never really wanted to try it, so it never worked. So in my mind, why are you not changing? Why are you not seeing it? Because you're making them try to see it. Yeah. You're not allowing them to naturally go through whatever it is that they need to go through, sometimes you feel like whenever you're in something or whenever you're going through those type of situations in those kind of relationships, it's kind of like, I've noticed that I'm a very powerful person. So if I'm in the mix of something and somebody needs to, like, they have to go through something, God is not going to allow them to go through it because I'm in it. So
because you are saving.
Yeah, so I'm blocking them from going through the things that they need to go through in the first place. Yes, me like blocking them from going through those their own transformation or their own journey. It was like I'll feel like, well, why does it seem like some of their stuff seeping over here? Why it look a little, So right now, I literally had to just watch the person just go through it, even though I want to fix it so bad. Like, I just want to be there. Like, I just want to help them. Like, I want to, like, I may not even have it, but I'm still going to try to give it to you because I love you, because I care about you, and I don't want to see you go through that pain. I don't want to see you go through what I went through, But God had to help me understand, Keaira, well, that helped you be who you are today. So why are you robbing them from being who they need to be today? Yeah. So it was just one of those things where, dang, I ain't look at it like that, okay? Like, I thought that I was trying to help him. I thought I was saving him. I thought I was, dragging him out the fire. And he was like, no, like, sometimes you gotta burn. You burn sometimes, and sometimes you burn real hard.
And nobody there to put
and and you exactly. I learned how to put the fire out. I learned how to throw the water on myself. So it's just like, you also have to let that person know how to do that too for themselves, in order for y'all to become one, in order for y'all to be a healthy become one. Because if you keep doing what you're doing, if you keep blocking this person, you're not gonna have them. Yep. And then you're gonna really be
the best, better version.
Yeah, but then where I'm at in life, I can't have them because I can't have low vibrational people within my life. So it's just like, those are really tough conversations for me. So I had to really release control and just let it be. And it was just like, for the first time ever, I seen where, not that somebody is choosing me, but they're choosing themselves and still wanting to be with me. Yeah. And
that's a different kind of love.
Yeah. And it's just like, and you know, sometimes you don't really know what that looks like because it's not out here in the world
how you want it to look like.
Yeah. And so some people may be like, well, why are you doing that? Or, girl, you forgave him? And it's just like, yeah, because it's different, you know. Like, I'm not forgiving them and neglecting Keaira. No, I'm forgiving them and setting a boundary. I'm forgiving them and communicating. I'm forgiving them and saying, this is where I'm at, and allowing that person to show me where they want to fit in, if they want to fit in, or if they want to run, whichever they choose. Mm-hmm. But I'm allowing that to happen versus trying to you can't, I ain't even gonna say nothing. I ain't even gonna put a boundary, because if I put a boundary, I don't even want to even think about us even having to go our separate ways, or being just separated. Like you said, it's not, I used to have the fear of, oh, they're never gonna come back. And since I went through that pattern so much, I was like, damn, here we go again. Gotta attach. I gotta detach. I gotta.
In those people pleasing ways.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to go sideways.
Yeah.
To be good.
And it was just like, no, like, I had to just watch them leave. Just stand there and let them leave. Oh, Keaira, any kind of reason to get them to stay. Say anything. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would say anything. Okay? Anything. Yeah. And now I no longer vibrate that like that no more, because I'm a high priestess. I'm the queen of swords. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the prize. Like, it's Keaira. Like, and not in like a, oh, I'm better than you, or yeah. It's just like, no, like, I know who I am, and I know I don't deserve that. Like, I don't deserve someone that gives me less of themselves, because I'm not giving you less of myself. I'm giving you all of me, you know? Yeah. I'm not just giving you a part of me. Like, I'm giving you all of me. I'm willing to share that part of myself. I'm willing to go through life together. So it's just like allowing somebody to understand what that is.
And what it looks like.
Yeah, and what it looks like, because sometimes we go through things and not even realize, like, that's just how it was supposed to be. And the whole time you thought that was a breaking point, but really that was the moment to mold y'all together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's that coming back to each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just lessons that need to be learned, and sometimes you again can't learn them together.
Exactly. You have to learn them apart. And so it's just like, that's where, you know, me and that individual are, where we're learning our own lessons separately, apart from each other. And it's just like, now, you know, breathing in this moment, things are so much better, you know? Yeah. But it's so like, it's so much better, because it's just like, yeah, I may miss them, and yes, it may have been tough, but now we're better. Now, whenever we come together, it's not going to be what it was in 2025. Like, it's a new transition, new beginnings, you know, because it's like the new year is really in March, if you really want to get technical. Yeah, March is really the new year. This is just a new beginning, things to restart, to start over, a fresh start, those different type of things. So it's just like, going into that transition, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of, you know, him. And it's just like, because he didn't have to choose himself, to be quite honest. He could have just
celebrate all those.
Yeah, so it's just like, those little things matter. And it's just like, and it's not about what we feel like of what it should look like with them choosing themselves. It's about what they show, what it feels like. And so it's been really cool. It's been real cool just being on the journey that I'm on, and like reaping all the good things that I've poured out into the world. And just like, since because it's like for so long, you know, you don't expect anything out of it, but I appreciate it. It's what's the word? I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. Just being able to be a vessel in general, like being able to reincarnate and do this, be an earth angel, like that's not an easy job to do, you know? So it's just like I be having to, even to this day, like really like, Keaira, like you doing it, like it, like it's okay, you know, like, because for so long, even with me doing this podcast stuff, I was like, you haven't been doing it, you haven't been talking, you haven't been doing nothing. And it was one friend at my job, I haven't talked to him in a while, and he was like, oh, how's your podcast going? And I was like,
yeah, sit with yourself like that.
Yeah, I was like, and he was like, well, look at it like this, now you got some stuff to talk about. And I looked at him and I was like, wow, I ain't even thinking about it like that. Like, I didn't even have that perspective. The whole time I'm in my mind like, they probably mad at me. I haven't been posting. I haven't been doing my OTDs. Like, I haven't been doing nothing. Like, I went ghost. Yeah.
Content. Come on back to it.
Exactly. He said, now you're going to be coming with this, with multiple things. Because now you know you got things to talk about. You got experiences to share. All these different, like, I love people like that. That help you just see the bigger picture of the things, perspective. Of like, you may felt like, oh dang, I've been gone for this long, but whole time, no, you going through your hiatus, you going through your experiences, your material, to where it could be even better. Because it's just like, that's my transformation. I'm transforming to make this podcast better, like help more people really live what I'm preaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta preach. If I'm preaching and if I'm doing all these preaching, what is Keaira doing? Like, what does Keaira's life look like? I don't want to be like those other people that I talk about. Like, you over here preaching to me and the whole time
you ain't practicing what you preaching.
You ain't practicing what you preaching. You just I didn't want to be that person. So I've been learning how to just understand things, because you know, everybody go through relationships and you never really understand them, and you judge things, not even just even platonic relationships, family relationships, all those relationships. Like, sometimes we judge those things, and you just never know like the dynamic between things, or where how far somebody came to even be able to so it's just all in a perspective, and just understanding life. And like they said, like, I understand that I'm a mentor now and I'm not a rescuer, you know. So that's something that I've a big difference. But for a long time I didn't understand it. I was doing both. I was trying to do both.
You know, I had seen a video today where she was like, we've been so conditioned to like work through things, and 9 times out of 10 the things that we're working through ain't even our things. So being able to understand that you are just a mentor, you know, you're not a savior, that helps you let go of a lot of stuff that ain't, not hold on to a lot of stuff. Yeah, exactly.
And then also understanding that I'm always a teacher, but I'm a student always as well. I always have to be a student, but in order for me to become a better teacher, I have to be a student throughout life.
For sure.
So that's what I've been really like learning and putting in me, like, just be a student.
I'm looking for a counselor right now, honestly. Okay. Because it's like, I can't be out here counseling people and I need to listen to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like, I need to definitely get into that bag. So that's on my list this year. I'm glad we talking about it, because that's just reaffirming and putting it to the top of my list. Because,
therapy helps so much. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
And look, and I'm a huge advocate, but I'm like, I need that shit myself.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you know, I got to be able to accept my advice before I push it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, once I experienced it, it was like, with me personally, I really didn't need one. It was something that she told me. I needed somebody to talk to help me navigate through it.
Yeah, even when you were talking about like, it's a mindset. Some people don't even realize what a mindset is.
Yeah.
What it looks like. So yeah, I can see you just needing that space to navigate through those.
Yeah, to help me understand whenever I was actually really wrong. Okay, I apologize, y'all. The phone had went dead. I don't remember the last time of where I left off at, but you know, it's okay. It ended off where it needed to end off at. I do have one more card that I did want to read before we end it off. It was the 7th chakra, which is the crown chakra, which I thought was interesting because I did mention about the crown. And it says one with all. So it says, I feel the divine force flowing through me. I honor this and I know that it flows through all. I am calm in knowing that I am one with all, and I contemplate and meditate on this fact. I regularly remind myself that we are all from the same source and that we are all on a journey as spiritual beings experiencing this physical existence. I am aware that I have a choice as to how I respond to what is happening in my life. My responses have an enormous effect on my spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical well-being. So we needed that. Okay.
Very much so.
So I appreciate you joining me, Jay, today. I really do. I'm really excited about this video. I have this feeling. You're gonna see whenever it happens, but I hope y'all enjoyed this talk. I hope y'all took something out of this and just know that you're not alone in your transformation. You got this thing called life. Like, it's not going to be beautiful always, but it's beauty within it. You got to find the beauty within it. And so I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And like we always say at the end of the video, peace, love, blessings. Bye, guys.
Bye.